Well, today is December 1st, 2025, and I'm incredibly grateful, man. I'm sitting here feeling incredibly blessed, man. Everything kind of feels aligned right now, you know. Again, it's the first day of the last month of the year. It's a Monday. So perfect start to the week. Moved into my new crib this past week. So that's cool. I'm very grateful for that situation. For a number of reasons. One of them being obviously, just having somewhere to lay my head, but the change of environment is going to serve me well for the goals that I'm pursuing. I think in one of my most recent videos, I mentioned that I'm really after a significant shift in identity. Just a complete overhaul of who I have been for who I need to be to achieve the things that I want to achieve. And one of the biggest things that's going to contribute to that is a change of environment. Getting out of my comfort zone, not putting myself in situations where I'm leaving myself an option to make the wrong choice. Like my new place is kind of out the way from my normal routine. It's further away from where I work, and it kind of requires me to plan my day differently. I can't go stop at home and instead of doing the work I told myself I was going to do, I take a nap instead, or I eat and I watch an episode of TV or something. Like, I don't really have that option anymore, which, I'm just removing obstacles from my path. I can now commit that time to getting some work done, to getting a workout in earlier in the day so I'm not getting home as late. Things like that. So I'm grateful for this new environment, this new opportunity. I'm also grateful that I moved in with a friend of mine. I really wanted my own place initially, but for the sake of just, saving some money and just kind of giving myself some time to reset, I'm grateful to have moved in with a friend of mine, because knowing me, like when I get into a zone or I get focused on a goal or something, I can isolate myself. And I think that in this stage that I'm in, if I were to get my own place, like I would be an absolute ghost. I would completely isolate myself, and that's not necessarily healthy. So I'm grateful that my boy had a room to rent for me. Also built out a new routine in my day. As I was mentioning, I'm further away now, so I kind of had to plan my day differently. But part of this new identity that I'm shifting into is going to have a lot to do with intentionality. And I think intention is probably going to be my word for 2026, because I want to be a lot more intentional about the things that I'm pursuing. It's one thing to have a goal. It's another thing to write it down. It's another thing to actually take consistent action to bring these things to life, and I think that over the course of this past year, I've seen the signs that what I want is possible. I've seen the signs that what I do is working. But now it's time to crank up the heat, like all the way up, and that starts with intention. How am I going to hit these benchmarks? How am I going to track my progress? How am I going to take a step back and analyze that progress and say, okay, I need to make a shift here. I need to make a change here. I need to add more here. I need to take more away here. Just being extremely diligent and extremely intentional about how I spend my time, who I spend my time with, how I plan my day, just all that stuff. And so I'm really looking forward to developing that. And yeah, man, I feel really good right now. I'm very grateful for where I am. I'm sitting in my rental car right now because I gave up my car finally, so that I could put that towards paying off some of my debt. And And so there's, you know, some more letting go that I've had to do, as I've discussed in previous videos. But I'm grateful to have wheels to get around in, man. All I got to do is get to work and get back home. So it's not like I need anything crazy. But again, it's helping me save some bread. It's helping me make some adjustments that are going to put me in a better position going forward. So, yeah, man, incredibly grateful, incredibly thankful for where I am, for the progress that I've made and will continue to make. You know, I really just want to finish this year out strong, and carry that momentum into next year and beyond. But I really do feel like I'm on to something. I feel like the work is working, even on the days it doesn't necessarily feel like it. But we're gonna keep going, man. We're gonna keep pushing, and we'll get there.